Well, you can tell Pooch is in the shop and it is windy as all get out. You probably hear that metal rattling like a son of a gun. Well, Pooch has got a little project today and he's gonna have a surprise for you folks. Now, some of y'all have heard me talk about this certain surprise that I'm talking about, but some of y'all might be shocked. But anyway, let Pooch get after it and let's get busy. Yes, sir. Now, most of you folks know, just like the shirt says, Pooch is pretty fluent when he's telling folks everybody needs a friend named Pooch, which is true. But you know, Pooch needs a friend as well. Now, I got many friends, but I'll take them all. But sometimes you need that one special friend that's gonna listen, he's gonna hear, and he's always gonna be there, just like an old dog. But this special friend I'm talking about, he ain't no dog, but he's a good friend of mine, and I can't wait for you folks to meet him. Yes, sir. Well, looks like Woody made it through the night. And since he's here, I'm gonna put him to work. You ready to work, Woody? Why, yes I am, Pooch. Well, we're gonna build a workbench today. I got a workbench to build, and I'm gonna try to get this shop straightened up. It's kind of in a bad mess. And it's about time I do something about it. It's a good thing you already got your gloves, work boots, and crap on. All right, let's get after it. Ready for a pinch, Woody? Kind of put that calm down in between your lip, between your cheek and gum. That's good. No, Pooch. I think I'll pass on this one. You sure? Come on. No, sir. Well, it's that time again. Got to get that old grill fired up. And Pooch, he's gonna cook what he loves to always cook. Chicken. Yep. Pooch loves chicken. And he loves steak too. But for the fact of saving some time and for the fact of eating light, we're having what we usually have, and that's some chicken wraps. You know, on the tortillas with the salad. Now I know, y'all probably think Pooch eats that all the time. No, sir. I don't eat it all the time, but it's one thing that we do like because it is quick and easy. Now, if you ain't noticed around here, let me see if I can get her down here where y'all can see. But Pooch has been doing a little cleanup. He's cleaned out the shop, and as you'll probably be able to tell too, he built himself a new workbench. I'm gonna be making another one too. And I used an old door. I'm probably gonna tie in some of the makings of this thing in the process of me putting this together, but I needed something good, heavy, and solid. Whereas I had that table saw, another saw, sitting on an old fold-up
table. And of course, Woody's here. Woody's always here. But Pooch got rid of some stuff. He's trying to clear this place out. I got a lot more to do. That's something I got to get ready to use. You know, spring's coming. Probably need to do a little PM on her and get her ready to mow. Let's get on over here real quick before the sun goes completely down, because I was a little disappointed in myself yesterday. There was such a beautiful sunset out here yesterday afternoon, and I didn't even get a picture of it. But there's the sunset we're currently looking at. Not quite as spectacular as yesterday's was, because we had some overcast, and just the colors of the sky with those clouds and that sun going down was beautiful. Boy, was it. And again, a little disappointed that I didn't get myself in there and get a picture. But Pooch is getting the old grill fired up. Got to make a little bit of chow. Let's get a look at that fire. We'll try to get you folks in here with us again here in a little bit. And I'm gonna see what kind of video I can piece together, because I've been doing a little bit of filming, a little bit of random filming, and we'll try to sling something together, because I know tomorrow is Wednesday night, and Pretty and Pooch will be going live tomorrow night at 7. But y'all sit tight. I'll get you back in here. Yes, sir. The old chicken's been marinating in the barbecue sauce. I ain't gonna tell you what flavor either. But dang it, look who's found their way by the grill. Woody. Always know. If there's a grilling going on, by God, he's gonna be close. Last one out of there, come on. Now, it never ceases to amaze me at how one could really clutter up a shop. Pooch is pretty good at it. As you can tell, I've got stuff kind of pulled out, pushed around, and just scattered everywhere. I don't know why I do that, other than the fact that sometimes you just get too much stuff in here. And Pooch is good about getting too much stuff in here. And every now and then, it's good to do a good cleansing. And I tell you what, I sure did one this past weekend. I went through nuts and bolts and screws and whatnots, and just different items that I had piled up, stacked up, and I actually threw it away. I had some big boxes out here, and I thought, you know what? There ain't no need in holding on to all this. Now, I guarantee you that most likely it might be a month, it might be several months. I'll come out here looking for something that I once had, and then I'll remember I threw it away.
you know, nuts, bolts, screws, washers. Now I try to keep all that kind of stuff. Machine bolts, machine screws, wood screws, because Pooch is always building and making something. But I had an excess of little tiny screws and everything. Most of the time when Pooch needs something, even when he had all of that crap, he'd wound up going and buying it again. Because either it wasn't the right size, it wasn't the right length, you know, it doesn't matter. There was always some reason, but Pooch usually just go buy it again. I'm gonna try to refrain from that and be a little bit more organized. That's my goal, that's my plan anyway. I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen because most likely it won't, but Pooch is actually trying to get this shop cleaned out a little bit so he can set up a couple of work areas in order to do some wood working, making, you know. I've got probably every type of wood tool one could need, and I need to get them set up. I need to get them set up and positioned to where I won't be having to move them all the time. Where they're gonna wind up is where they're gonna stay. And that's my plan. You know, I'd either set table saw on top of the table, miter saws. As you can tell, I've got that miter saw on that cart right there, which works out pretty well, but you know, I do want it a little more stationary. I've got a couple more saws that I want to set up, a drill press and whatnot, but a router. It just is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna get this straightened out here to where it's more functional. And I'm getting rid of stuff. Man, thank goodness for this old boy. I had another riding tractor back here that all I used it for was to pull that little cart wagon. I didn't need it in the way anymore. I had a push lawn mower that I didn't need in the way anymore. Another dolly, an air compressor, and of all things, I put it up on Facebook Marketplace. I normally don't like dealing with that because you get a bunch of BS when you do that. But luckily for me, the first guy that reached out and contacted me actually wanted to come get it, and he wanted to come get it right then. Now, mind you, I'd set $100 for all of it. $100 for a 21 horse Craftsman mower, or I say mower, a rider, because I done tore up the deck on it years ago mowing this place. So I pulled the deck off. I welded it once, it broke again, I was done. An air compressor, that little push mower, I used it a few times, but it sat so long that I couldn't get it started again, and I didn't need it. So the dolly, and I think that was it. $100, the dude hit me up, came and got it that night, thank goodness. Of course, I should have been probably shouldn't have said nothing, but after he got it and loaded it up and put money in my hand, and this is exactly how Pooch is, I told him, I said, well, if you hadn't have got it and it wasn't gone by within 2 days, I'd have chunked that stuff, and I would have. I'd have hauled that crap off and just chunked it. But hey, made $100, so there you go. Should have gave it to him actually, just for coming to get it, but I didn't. But anyway, that's kind of the projects Pooch has got going on amongst everything else, and just figured I'd let y'all in on a little bit of it. I still got a lot of cleaning, a lot of straightening. That shelf right there, as you can tell, it's kind of a catch-all. Catches all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna go through that too and chunk. Scattered. But I think we're all a little bit like that, and it's okay. The Pooch is trying. Anyway, Pooch has got to get over here and check that yard bird out. Of course, he's watching it, but I got to go watch it. We'll talk to y'all in a bit. Yes, sir.